Hello, my little minion followers. Yeah, I have really bad accents. Whatever. Deal with it. Anyways, I am just making a video about some good stuff to talk about with infertility, which I know sounds really weird. I talked about the first pregnancy. I talked about having just a really shitty, bad day, which those happen. And then I talked about the second pregnancy, which was really hard. But then there's days like today where I feel fantastic and I don't have a care in the world and it's just an amazing day. So I figured I would make a short video about some of the funny, weird techniques and just overall basic odd information about infertility that some people just don't really know about. The first thing I want to call out is just that even though infertility sucks and it's hard to go through, the support system and the network that you can find struggling with stuff like this, I'm assuming it's a lot like cancer patients. You find people that are just like you and going through the same stuff, and you build those bonds and those friendships. And infertility is the same thing. It's a common, a group of women with a common thing that they're dealing with, infertility, and it brings them together, and it's something that they have in common that sucks, but we're able to laugh about it and joke about it. And obviously not about the stuff that we go through, but some of the things that we have to deal with is pretty friggin' ridiculous. So I just want to give a call out to KCIA, because without having found that group and that amazing group of women, I don't know that I would have made it. Honestly, there were some times where I thought that I would just fall apart and would just end up crying in a corner holding a sign that said, "Please give wine." That probably would have been me quite a few times. And it's just amazing the people that I found through that group and support groups and people that have moved on, that have already had children. They still understand it and they still get what we're going through. But going through this made me actually change my degree program. So I've always wanted to be in counseling and I've always wanted to be a psychologist. So now, instead of just marriage and family counseling, I'm doing a focus on couples going through infertility. And, it's taken me years to figure out what I want to do, because I've always just thought I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be an at-home mom. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. That's the kind of bond I wanted, was that relationship that I never had with my mother. I wanted to be able to have that with my kid. And so for the longest time, I switched majors like 2 or 3 times, and I finally settled on going through this, knowing that that is what I want to do. I want to help other couples that have gone through what we've gone through. It sucks. And just let them know that they're not alone either. So yeah, I wanted to give a call out to the KCIA group because they are fantastic. Also, I've mentioned before that just because we're dealing with infertility, we have a very comfortable lifestyle. Even though we've spent a lot of money on infertility stuff, people with kids spend a lot more money than we do on their kids. So we've been able to go out and travel and do tons of cruises and lots of trips and traveling. And that has really helped. It helped our relationship, and it allowed us to bond and grow together. And just have fun and let loose when things were just at our absolute worst. So that's something that I'm still happy for. Some really funny, weird techniques and just crazy things that people going through infertility have to deal with is some of the techniques that we've used. So after like 3 years of infertility, I thought, I'm going to look up crazy, weird things just to see, what works. And 3 years in, I read about this lube called Pre-Seed. And I checked all the reviews on, like Walgreens and Amazon and stuff. And I thought, oh my God, wouldn't it be just crazy if we bought this Pre-Seed lube and then somehow we got pregnant? Yeah, no. So we bought this special lube, and you have like a little injection thing to put it in so that it hits everywhere it needs to hit. However, though, if you are going through infertility and you're looking at different lubes and you want something that doesn't affect the man's sperm, Pre-Seed. That is the stuff you need to buy. There is nothing in there that will mess with his sperm or adjust it. So that is the most natural, good stuff that you can use while having sex if you are dealing with infertility. So the other lubes, not so good for dealing with infertility. Also, I remember going to the sex store and I bought a sex ramp. and I bought leg restraints that I put my feet in and I can, you know, like rear them back really far. And I'm sure the person at the desk thought, brown chicka brown wow, like they're gonna have fun tonight. And I'm thinking, bitch, please, this is just for infertility, so that when he's done, he can get the fuck off me. My ass can go up in the air and I can pull my legs back, and it's just like being in a doctor's office. And I thought, yeah, like that is gonna be the key. I can't tell you how many times we would have sex and I'd be like, okay, go shower, go do your thing. And then I would break out my toy and I would get off after him, because the orgasm, pulling in the sperm, like I thought that was the key too. So he would always feel bad, like it was kind of a half-assed job. But he would go, then he'd get the fuck off me, and then I would finish doing what I needed to do. So yeah, those were great sex experiences. But I mean, both of us technically still got off, so it was still fun, and it was interesting. Oh my gosh, they have like the natural planning stuff where you can do your temperature and stuff. Apparently that doesn't work for me. I also bought those, I can't tell you how much money I spent on those stupid ovulation kits, but I don't ovulate, which I found out later. So I also did the temperature readings where I had a thermometer next to my bed on the nightstand, and every morning I'd wake up and take my temperature in the morning. Except for, according to it and my temperatures, I ovulated like 6 times a month, which is not even possible. And then some days, I think it might have just been my thermometer. Apparently that one sucked. It was all over the place, and it's supposed to be like off by like 0.1, 0.2, and then mine were off by like 0.4, 0.5. So according to that, I was ovulating all the time, which was not true. But that didn't work for me at all. And then, oh my God, the medications that they put you on. I'm telling you, they talk about bridezillas. Oh my God, those bitches don't have anything on us going through infertility. When we did IVF, I was taking 20 pills a day, 20, and a shot every other day. And the shots suck. You spend like 5-10 minutes pumping yourself up. Like, I want to go punch walls and stuff. Like, I can fucking do this. I can take a shot. It's just a shot. It's no big deal. And then I go and I'm like, but I can't do it. And then eventually I take it and it's no big deal. It is what it is. But those medications make you cray, like very, very nuts. Clomid, which was the first one that I was on for the longest. Oh my God, it's like the devil's go-go juice. That, I was bipolar. I was crazy. I had mood swings. I would cry. I would in like random spots too. I would just see stuff and it would trigger something, and I would start crying, and Bobby'd freeze like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know, I'm just so ready to cry. And I was just all over the place. And then I was angry. Angry about what, you say? I don't know. Someone looked at me weird. Or someone cut my cart off in the grocery store, and I wanted to go ram up and throw my cart at their heels. Like, it did not matter. I was all over the place. And then some days I was totally happy. 10 minutes later, it clicks, and I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. I don't even want to deal with you. And then, besides just the mood swings, like, sometimes I was horny and ready to go, and then other times, oh my God, it was like, don't even get near me. Like, some days I was so horny I was ready to ride the corner of my desk at work, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It's like someone slipped me a fucking Viagra pill or something. It was nuts. Oh, and also doing IVF, they give you these little egg looking things that you have to put, think of a yeast infection, and you have to put the little egg in there and shove it up, and I had to use those. Well, what goes up must come down. So I tell you what, for weeks, every morning and night, I had to put those stupid little things in, and it was disgusting. And Bobby's like, you in the mood tonight? And I'm like, you feel like fucking a snowman? Because that's what it feels like right now. Like, it's just, stay away. Just, you don't want it. Don't even go there. It's awful. It's terrible. But it's funny. I mean, what do you do? There's nothing you can do. You just have to deal with it. And so cut some people some slack when they're going through infertility, because oh my God, it's at a certain point things have to become funny, because otherwise you will just cry at everything. You know, weeks turned into months, months turned into years with how we were planning. And it seems like the medications just get worse with making me nuts. So, It's crazy. It's a crazy ride. But some of it is good. Some of it just makes you laugh and you're just like, I don't even care anymore. Like, it has to be humorous. So learn to laugh more. You have to laugh at the things that you can't control or you'll drive yourself nuts. And enjoy the ride. It sucks. It really does suck. It sucks having to deal with this, and it's terrible having to deal with the feelings that you deal with on a daily basis. But eventually, one way or the other, you will get over it. You will cross the hurdle. You will either end up pregnant and keeping the baby full term. You will end up adopting. You will end up there's a lot of different ways that you can become a parent, or you may decide to be childless. You could foster. There's a lot of different options. One way or the other, we will get through this together. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me as well. So thank you guys so much for listening. Love you.